Hello again, and welcome to another Build the Back to the Future DeLorean. This is issue 94. Today we're going to be putting a little bit more of the front bumper together and putting that on the car. So we have, of course, today's kit, which is a little bit of plastic housing and a little bit of grill and the screws that are going to hold everything together. And I have here the front bumper and grill that we put together last time. Bring the car in a little bit later. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attach the lower bumper to the car, or to the front. This goes in from the back, obviously. So this is going to sort of hang off the bottom here, like that. It's a little tough to see with my hand in the way. There you go, balancing it. So this goes on. There's two sets where it clips on. Those screws are going to go in first. We're actually going to use these screw holes along here as well, but we got to put that grill in first. So to start with, let me get that properly lined up. This takes 2 DM screws initially. Okay, so we end up with the front bumper like that. Again, we got this plastic wrapping around and secured with the 2 screws on the back. Now, from here, we have this kind of grill fascia. This is slightly different top and bottom. The top side has the larger holes, and that's going to take more DM screws. That's going to be screwed into the metal of the upper bumper. The lower side has these smaller screw holes. Those are for plastic screws, IP screws, that also go into the lower black plastic part. I don't think that there's an inside and an outside. It's the same high gloss, it's a shiny stainless steel on either side, so I don't think there's any difference. So I'm going to do the DM screws first. There's 4 more of those across the top. Now these are going through the stainless steel grill, through the black plastic, and into the metal bumper. I'm also trying very hard not to damage the yellow LEDs that are in the front, because they're just exposed right now. So if you see me holding this in a weird angle, that's probably why. Okay, so we've got those 4 screws on the top here, holding that in place. Starting to get a sense of what that's going to look like. We've got to put those lower set, another 4 screws, the smaller IP screws, in next. And after that, we'll be bringing the car in. Okay, so there's the lower 4 screws, really the same places, just smaller. And again, from the front, hasn't really changed. Maybe it's a little more fit to the curve. So I'm going to put this off to the side for a moment. I'm going to make sure all my cables here are still where they're supposed to be and intact. And I'll have the car out in just a moment. Okay, so obviously we have the front of the car here. And again, I did screw up the wiring early on in this at a point that I'm not particularly keen to go back to. So hopefully no major issues. But I do have the wrong wires here. I don't think it's going to have a major impact. I was kind of thinking about what it is. And what's going to happen is, realistically, the headlights are going to come on with the time circuits. And the time circuits on the front are going to come on instead of the headlights, that kind of thing. But if all the lights are on, which is how I'm going to, if I have the lights on, I'm going to have all the lights on. I'm not realistically going to turn on just some of them. So in that situation, the lights will be on. Everything else is going to be the same. It's not going to make a difference. So I think maybe the fact that there's more LEDs on one circuit than another will have an impact. I suppose that could. But in the long term, I'm not super worried about it. So I'm going to go ahead and connect these up the best I can, again, given that they're not the right numbers. Okay, so with those attached, we're going to pop this on. The book shows a couple of pictures of the car flipped over, but it's really just about making sure that these plastic pieces fit right. So I may do that, I may not. With that, we got 3 more DM screws that are going on the front to hold this in place, and that will be our build for this episode. So one of them goes here in the dead center. The other 2 go in the middle of the triples way out here by the side lamps. Okay, so that is our front bumper installed. That concludes episode 94. Let's see if I can look ahead a little bit. Coming up will be, I guess we're gonna cover this in. So the actual bumper and the fog lights or blinkers or whatever those are. Must be blinkers. Or these are those blinkers. I don't know. We got more front pieces going on next week. So stick around for that. Click on the cat to subscribe. You can check out any playlists there that you might have missed episodes from. We do these DeLorean builds on Saturdays. We do Ecto 1 builds on Wednesdays. Those have started up again. I got some parts in. So if you haven't seen that start up, go check it out. Have a good one, guys.